Hello, stars. Well, we're counting down to the big awards ceremony. Finally felt up to actually going to the gym. I'm not going to be crazy early, but I'm not going to be, out of order. I thought this was important to get done because honestly, it's been a while. I mean, it's not like I've been inactive. I just, between work and rest and Discord and a bunch of things that I've had to learn, which has been challenging, right? You add in some challenging personalities. I think one of the funniest things was listening to other people tell me how busy they are, right? And it almost seems like, do you imagine that I'm not? like what could be more complicated and busy than the various things that I'm working on? So, it's instructive to hear people's feedback and, you express your concerns, even in business, right? How many times do I have to ask for the same deliverable? I've explained it, I've given input, I've modeled how you do it, right? I'm moving forward aggressively. It's wearing me out, but other people give me the excuse of, a week goes by, they don't have 20 minutes to look at images for approval. They don't have time to, apply their mind to outreach or creating a plan. It's almost like, let me just coast, I'll take the title, and then try at least to pull shenanigans. I know I'm being vague, but thank you for listening to my complaining, because it's, everyone wants to be, I don't think people really want to be in charge. I think people want to front like they're in charge, like they're, the Godfather, right? You ask people's opinions, you ask them about, what's really possible. What could you as a team get your hands on? And it's all very traditional models, traditional money, traditional processes that for the last, 25 years have, shut smaller creators out, right? It's interesting to hear that there might be some labor strikes coming, right? How does that change the topography of the universe in which we want to, create these outputs? There's certain things that I'm very capable of doing, and there's other things I have an idea about, but you really do want to be able to delegate to other people. But, I think they just get comfortable, right? It's like, do you really want to, I have an Ivy League friend who is, like a lot of people, working a job that's way beneath her, right? It's great, benefits, all that, but it's not really what she's qualified to do, right? But it's more comfortable to do the job without applying yourself to a side gig. And I get it. We all go through cycles where our focus is on our relationships or something other than achieving the way that we typically do, right? You're also dealing with a landscape where achievement isn't necessarily tied to merit. But, none of that to say like, boo-hoo-hoo. You figure it out, right? If you can't go right, you go left. If you can't go over, you go under, right? I know, and I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, I was like, don't feel discouraged. Absorb every lesson because you didn't get what you wanted out of the situation. It's like dating, but you definitely learned about the issues and frustrations and methods of people at that level or close to it. As long as you don't let these situations take you out or get you kind of emotionally or otherwise on the ropes where, I think people can get caught up, let's say as an actor, in taking acting class forever. I think people can get caught up in spending money to go to classes and publish their book through their teacher. I just had this conversation with someone. I was like, why does your teacher need to be paid for you to publish your book, to market? Like your teacher, it's a great hustle for your teacher, right? It's like all those like financial gurus on YouTube and then UGC gurus on other platforms, right? Where it's unclear what their level of achievement is, right? And I've seen people who, front these processes, right? I have a friend who has a 4-pay class, let's say, to be creative. Let's call it an acting class, right? So he's always like, oh, you can submit your acting to this or that festival, where he himself has only ever gotten to the semifinals, right? You have other people who are not, in fact, actors. They are acting teachers. I'm being euphemistic here, but they've never even written a script. They've never pitched or piloted a show. What they do have, there's also a brother who does something similar, where you basically will pay a month's rent over like 6 months with the idea that it's some sort of fair competition marketplace where paid people will give you feedback, and if you get feedback over a certain number, then that means something. Now, both individuals I have heard or really read, it's a system where, because of their relationships, they're able to kind of backplant projects into their system. It's not like the projects came out of the system, right? So it's kind of like a sham that's about getting your rent money, right? The same population will judge who's a good actor. I'm not hating, but you just have to acknowledge that it's not meant to be a model that's open to anyone. Let's not even bring diversity into it, right? There's organizations led by, diverse people that will spell access for the people in charge, and you're just there as a body to populate it and make it seem like something's happening. Strangely, the only things that happen are for, certain people. Again, it's all educational. It all gets you to flex your muscles, just like going to work. But you still have to have a vision. And I think the point of working and having a good education is to apply your mind to synthesize everything that you've learned about. Every experience, every kind of business opportunity and move that you've kind of seen up close. What's part of that transaction? What's part of the branding? What, at the end of the day, is the source of the funding, right? Not to be a hater, not to monkey wrench anybody's anything, but just, I think you have to, as a creative person, tread water and move forward, right? Move forward wherever you feel that there is opportunity. And I know again, I'm being vague, but I have 45 seconds more cardio. I just wanted to, in the spirit of Sunday, in the spirit of being nominated for a certain award, in the spirit of, garnering support for some, creative projects I've had in the works for a while, in the spirit of, getting a sense of people, collaborators and partners and supporters and people who suddenly won't take my calls. I just wanted to, share the good word and, kind of appreciate still being able to get it going and be in the game. So that's it for this elliptical machine, and I will check in with you sometime soon. But I gotta get dressed and go host a red carpet. I'll see you later. Bye.